Hello friends, happy Friday. Welcome to my channel and another edition of Friday Funday. I hope you are having a great day and a good start to the upcoming weekend. So, today I am playing with the cute Easter Bunny stamp set, and this is available in the current mini catalog. There is a punch that goes along with it. However, the punch is currently not orderable because it's sold out. So it's coming back. You'll still be able to get it, but it's not going to be back in stock until, well, the last thing I read said the middle of May. So that will be past Easter. However, you can use bunnies any time of the year, I think. They're not just for Easter. So this cute punch cuts out just the one bunny from this set. So this would have been a great set to have dies for that cut out all the different bunnies and things, I think. But, you know, that's a cute bunny punch, and it would make really cute, like, chocolate bunnies and easy, you know, so keep it in mind come May if you want the punch, but you can get the stamp set. And really, I'm going to do some fussy cutting today, and it's not too terribly bad. And you guys know I don't like to fussy cut. All right, so I'm just going to pull in my Stamparatus here. Hi, Angela. Hi, Ramona. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Okay, I've got my little bag with all my little parts and pieces. And now then, I think this is the piece that I pulled out to stamp on, and hopefully I can fit everything that I'm stamping onto that. We shall see. Okay. So this is a photopolymer clear stamp set. And I'm gonna try to put all the things on here at one time. We'll see if it works out. So I want this bunny, and I want the eggs. I want these flowers. And do I want anything else? Oh, I want the carrot. There's a cute carrot. Let me see. Isn't that bird cute? I'm not using the bird, but it's so cute. All right, I think that's all I need. That's all I need. If you guys have ever seen the movie The Jerk, old movie, some of you might be way before your time, but there's that part in it. That's all I need except this remote control and a few other things that he actually thought he needed. It's a funny movie. Okay. All right, I put new ink on my, hi Marianne, on my ink pad here, so hopefully it's not overly inky. I tried not to ink it up too much. It's like, you just need to get that happy medium. We had snow in our county again this morning, and the schools were on a 2-hour delay. I can't believe it. I didn't really see much up at our house, but our elevation where we are here, I was looking at it on the compass on my phone the other day. Can't remember now what it said. 200 and something? I don't know. We're pretty close to the ocean, so we're not very high. Well, let's give it one more shot and see how it comes out. I have got a stew cooking. Oh my gosh, does my house smell good. I love to have things like that cook all day and your house smells yummy. I always make enough so we can eat on it for a few days. Okay, that looks pretty good. That one egg right there, but oh, there we go. That got it. Yay! So what have you girls been up to lately? Anybody been working on anything fun, crafty wise? This morning I was working on ATCs, Artist Trading Cards. So I'm hoping that I will have those ready to show in my Saturday morning makes video tomorrow. Alrighty then. Pulled out some markers. And if you don't recognize what they're in, it's a frozen food container. I save those. They just come in so handy for things. All right, so I'm going to color the bunny first. And I've got both the light and dark crumb cake and some light flirty flamingo and some light balmy blue. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the balmy blue for this bunny's eyes because my bunny has blue eyes. And my bunny has some pink in its ears and pink nose and pink cheeks and little pink pads on its feet. All right, and while I'm at it, I may as well color, since I have my pink, I'm going to color this flower over here. And do I have my, yeah, there it is, my dark flirty flamingo. I'm not going to get too overly fancy on the shading. Let's see. Oh, I didn't really want dark pink flirty flamingo polka dots. I wanted the light. Let's see, what have we got? Angela's been making birthday cards. Marianne's doing Easter projects. Ramona, oh, a baby card. How fun. 15 baby cards. Wow. And you need to make birthday cards. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you girls are all staying busy. That's great. Okay, let's see. I'm jumping around here, but certain colors have jumped out at me. So I'm going to color the carrot, and I am using light and dark pumpkin pie. And I am also going to just do the middles of these flowers. Now, I'm going to be doing some Well, all of these are going to have to be fussy cut, but I'm not going to be using the whole flower bunch. And let's see, I want orange on this egg. I think I'm done with those colors. Okay, back to the bunny. So I have got, let's see, do I want to start with, no, I'm going to start with my light crumb cake. And I'm just going to do a little bit here. Baby cards are so cute, so fun to make, and it's not something I think about really making unless I need one, which is hardly ever. You know what? Let me use my brush tip. Most of the time I color white bunnies, but I decided this time to do my bunny different. There are so many different varieties of bunnies. If you've never gone to a big county fair, and you ever have the opportunity to, make sure you go look at the bunnies because it's unbelievable. Some of the ones with really long hair that kind of look like little, I don't know what they call them, if they're mohair bunnies or I don't know. It seemed like they had some that were called ragdoll or something, and different shapes of bunnies. I mean, some of them have shorter ears, and you just never think of there being so many different bunnies, but there are. And of course, I think they're all cute. Oh, I'm sorry when I go quiet. I get so wrapped up in what I'm doing. Excuse me. All right, let's see here. I could take one of those Copic coloring classes or whatever to learn more about how to do this, but you know, I just have fun with it, that's all. Do a little shading, and I know I probably don't do it correctly, but it's okay. I'm using the bullet tip here because I just think that it kind of helps to blend the colors together a little more. sometimes, especially in smaller areas. Okay, now I'm going to bring my color lifter and just do a little bit of blending this right here around the face. So it's not so much a harsh line. I think I need a new color lifter, actually. Okay, when that dries, that will be a little more blended. It's already starting to work there, if you can see that. So my bunny is done, I think. Let me see here. Let's just do a little bit right here, the nose. Okay, cute. Now then, I just need to finish up the flowers. Did I go back with my, I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. My dogs love carrots, and I cut carrots up into the stew this morning, so I always have to, they're chihuahuas, so they're so tiny. I give them eensy weensy little tiny bites, but they just think that is something special, that they get those little bites of carrot. Okay, Granny Apple Green is what I'm using here. And I'm going to use it on my leaves over here. Let's see, I think that is the only leaves. And then I'm going to do this little flower yellow. And this little flower I'm coloring with Highland Heather. I just love this lavender color. Maybe I can come in here with just a little, there we go. Now, while I have this out, do I want this color on anything? I think I don't. I want this lighter yellow on this egg. And what did I use this color for? Oh, I know. Okay, I want this light balmy blue again for this Easter egg. You know, when you don't have little kids anymore, we don't color eggs. Kind of miss that. All right. And this egg, let's see here. I am going to go down the stripes here with the light Highland Heather, and I'm going to go down the other way with the dark, just for something different. There we go. I think I'm done coloring. I just want to do a little like this. Yeah, that looks a little better. Little better. Okay. Put these back in here and get them out of the way. I know I still need to use this one. And now the really boring part of me cutting this stuff out. Before I cut Mr. Bunny, I am going to bring in my little healing mat, self-healing mat thing here, and a little finger X-Acto, and I am going to cut out his one little paw here, because I'm going to tuck that carrot in there. Okay. Oh, is it Tome or Tommy? Tell me how you say your name. You made your first Easter card today. All right. Yeah, I kind of was, thanks for stopping by, Ramona. Have a great weekend. You'll have to stop back in and see the finished card. I kind of was thinking, oh, I'm not going to do Easter cards just yet, but then if you like something I'm using and you want to order it, you know, that always takes a little bit of time to get your products back. So I figured I better get with the program and do some Easter. Like I said, I think bunnies are for any time though, not just for Easter. They make really cute baby cards, or you can put them on a birthday card, wherever you want them. Bunnies are always fun. They're cute on Christmas cards too. And since you can color them up whatever color you want, you know, you could make pink, green, blue, and yellow bunnies if you want. Okay, I'll try not to be too slow, you guys, but yeah, I am not, never have been much of a fussy cutter. I think I complain about it every time I do it. Just not my thing. But when you gotta do it, you gotta do it. Now, I could have stamped all this out and done it ahead of time and cut it out on my Scan and Cut, but then that kind of takes away the fun of the video. But if I was going to make a whole bunch of these cards, you can better believe that's what I would be doing. All right, there's the bunny. Usually when I fussy cut, I leave a bit of white, a border, but in this case I didn't want the border, so I am cutting right on the line. Now, if you leave a little bit of white by accident, you can always go back with a black marker over the edge carefully and kind of cover that up. And some people do it anyway, regardless if they left white or not. They'll go around the outside edge with a black marker. I don't do that so much because I'm always afraid I'm gonna mess up and get too heavy-handed with it and end up with a big glob of black ink where I don't want it. Sometimes I will do that around the edges though if I'm paper piecing, because you definitely don't want any kind of a white edge showing when you're doing that. Okay, there's the little carrot. Now then the flowers. I'm only using part of my little flower swag here, and that is why I didn't color all the flowers. So I bought a sourdough baguette to go with the stew tonight for dinner. I love sourdough bread. Now my YouTube friend Paula from the Flavorful Home, her channel, she does all of her own bread making. She makes her sub sandwich rolls and everything. She's so good at it. I mean, she just makes it look so easy. But she cans, she gardens. She does it all. Okay, almost done. Then I just have the little eggs. Hi, P. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you're having a good day. I was using some ink sprays on this master board I was making for the ATCs I'm working on, and I hadn't used the sprays in so long that you saw the bunny and had to hop on. That's okay. We all like a joke. But anyway, I was unclogging. I just poked a pen in the little hole on the spray bottles, hoping that that would unclog them, because I swear it's been years since I used them. And as soon as I'd poke the hole in, the spray would just come spraying out. So yeah, I've got, even though I used my lava hand soap, or lava, however you say it, I still couldn't get it all off. Okay, who in here likes Peeps or doesn't like Peeps? And what about the little marshmallow, the other ones, the, you know, the harder marshmallow, the chickens and bunnies? Okay, I like all of it. If I, of course, I'm trying to stay away from that kind of stuff, but if I were to have a box of Peeps, I would open them up and just set them up in the cupboard and let them be, so they could kind of get stale and hard. They don't get that hard, but they get kind of tough. And that's the way to eat them. Okay, you guys, I've got a heavyweight, a thick card base here, white. And the papers I'm using today are from the Country Gingham. And you will find these in the mini catalog, and they come in all these yummy colors. These are Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, Petal Pink, and Sweet Sorbet. Oh, speaking of colors, there's going to be some new colors coming out, I guess. And they're Stampin' Up's bringing back some colors. So they're bringing back one that I have that's not current anymore. This one, Pretty Peacock, which is a gorgeous color. And then they're bringing back, I think it's called Lost Lagoon. That was before my time with Stampin' Up, so I don't have that color. And then I guess they're bringing in some new ones besides like the in colors. Okay, so I have cut a piece of Flirty Flamingo. So my card's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I've cut a piece of Flirty Flamingo at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I cut this piece. Ooh, that's cute, isn't it? I cut this piece at 3 3/4 by 5. So you don't get Peeps in the UK. Well, if you love marshmallow, all they are is like like a sugared marshmallow, like a really fine sugar on the outside. And they're in the shapes of little chickens and bunnies. It used to only just be little chickens, and then they did bunnies. And now they're getting weird with all these strange flavors of Peeps, which I'm not so much for those, but okay, so let me see here. What do I want to do next? The first thing I'm going to do is I need to stamp my greeting on here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the Happy Easter. And I want to stamp it first in case I mess up. I'm going to stamp it in black. I probably should do it on my Stamparatus. Oh, but I'm going to wing it here. I don't think, no, you know, I don't know. Okay, come on. You can do it, Jana. Okay, here we go. Yay! All right. Let me put that away and let me clean this stamp real quick. Okay. So there we are with that. I can go ahead and put that on my piece of Flirty Flamingo. Those two colors look cute together, I think, with this paper anyway. The one Easter candy that has always been my favorite are the speckled eggs. I remember way back when I was in first grade, my parents they had a little neighborhood convenience store for a while. And it seems to me like they had the candy jars, like we're talking old fashioned, you know? And I'm thinking that they had the speckled eggs were bigger back then. And they had them. Now, I shouldn't have done that yet. So what I'm going to have to do is trim this piece on my trimmer. I think you could buy them like penny candy. Now, hopefully this is going to match up. Okay, yay. All right, so now I am just going to cut this a little bit. This is going to be my grass. So I'm just gonna do a little wavy thing here. There we go. So yeah, I got a little bit ahead of myself. I probably should have waited to glue that on, but it will be all right. So there's a little grass stamp in here. So I'm just going to grab that. And this color is mint macaron, so I am going to use the same color of ink. And I'm just going to stamp some little clumps of grass here and there. Okay. And then I'm going to take my mint macaron marker and I am just going to add a little color in here. I'm not going to be even too careful. It's going to dry lighter than what it looks as I'm putting it on there. But it will just define the little grass clumps a little bit more than without the ink, obviously. So I hope when I come on and stamp for you guys that once in a while you might get an idea of something that you wouldn't have thought to do. I'm hoping that that happens because I know that happens for me a lot when I watch other people's videos. It's like I would have never thought to do that. So anyway, that's my hope, is that once in a while you might say, hey, I wouldn't have thought to do that. I try to think of things that I learned when I first started learning about stamping and getting into stamping, which was way back in the 80s, so long, long time ago. Because some of the techniques that and the different things that we used back then have sort of been forgotten because you never see anybody doing it. And then you bring that back around and it's like new again, kind of like fashion. Okay, so there is that. Now I can go ahead and put that on, and I think I will do it with a little bit of glue since I messed up and already glued my other layers on. And glue will allow me to wiggle it a little bit if I need to get it where it needs to be. What did I do with the pen? There it is. There we go. All right, now this little piece of white I got out because I pulled out the cloud punch. I just thought I needed a little something something in the sky, so a cloud will do. There we go. And I'm going to get my finger dauber out here and my balmy blue. Is this balmy? Yep. Because my background paper is balmy blue. So I'm just going to do a little bit of inking here on the cloud. Nothing too drastic, just because my card is mostly, except for that border of Flirty Flamingo there, mostly pastel-y kind of colors. But have to give the cloud a little bit of personality. All right, there's the cloud. I am going to come back, though, with a little bit of Wink of Stella and just do a little bit of swirly business on it here. Okay, probably not showing up too good, but it's frosty and it's there. Okay. So now then, I'm gonna just glue that cloud on. I'm still using scrap pieces of my dimensionals here. Okay, let's give this little bunny its carrot. So I'll just put a little glue on the back of that and tuck it under its little paw here. Cute. And now I'm going to give her a little flower thing in her hair, up by her ear. Did you wonder what I was doing with the flowers, or did you guess? Look how cute. Oh my goodness. Too cute. All right, so let me get some dimensionals on the back of her. And then I'm going to put a little glue on the bottom because you know how I like to do it. And if you don't, I'll tell you. I always like to, if it's a critter or like a character, I always like to glue the feet or the bottom part of them down and then have the top part pop up off the page. I don't like the whole piece to be popped up because then they're just floating. Okay. Oh, she's so cute. There we go. And the same thing with the eggs. Let's see. This one here. I'm just going to put one little strip at the top and then glue at the bottom. And I'm just going to lay this egg, I'll lay it right there. Hold it down there for a second. And while that's drying, pop one up there. And one up there. I'll put these over here. Okay, I've still got some stuff to do on the front, and I haven't even attached it to the card yet. So for the inside, I have another piece of that cute gingham paper, and then from my stash, what did I do with the pen again? I keep setting it somewhere where I don't usually put it. I have this Somebody Loves You that I've had in my stamp collection for a long time, and I wanted the inside to say that because more than likely this card will go to one of our grandkids. Okay, and that is going to go onto that. I love gingham. This on, and then I've got some bling to put on there. That bunny, she's so cute. Okay, so I am using these new pastel adhesive back sequins from the mini catalog. I'm going to use those pretty ones right there. There we go. Okay. Now that card's finished. I'll show you the first one I made. It's the same except I didn't use Flirty Flamingo as my layer. I used Highland Heather. So there is that. Both the same cards though. All right, story time. Where did we leave off? Okay, I did that one. So we are here. So again, this is A Child's Garden of Verses by Robert Louis Stevenson. Whole duty of children. A child should always say what's true and speak when he is spoken to and behave mannerly at table, at least as far as he is able. Rain. The rain is raining all around. It falls on field and tree. It rains on the umbrellas here and on the ships at sea. Boy, that is true for where I live. Okay, those were really short, so I'll read this one and then we will be done. Pirate Story. 3 of us afloat in the meadow by the swing. 3 of us aboard in the basket on the lee. I don't know what that is. Winds are in the air, they are blowing in the spring, and waves are on the meadow like the waves there are at sea. Where shall we adventure today that we're afloat, wary of the weather and steering by a star? Shall it be to Africa, a steering of the boat, to Providence or Babylon, or off to Malabar? Hi, but here's a squadron a rowing on the sea, cattle on the meadow a charging with a roar. Quick, and we'll escape them. They're as mad as they can be. The wicket is the harbor, and the garden is the shore. Okay, then. That was an interesting one. All right. I'm having fun with this little book, even though sometimes there's a word here and there that isn't familiar to me. All right, you guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Okay, sorry, what was the little gem tool you used? Because getting bedazzled while making a card is not fun. Okay, it is the, let me bring it back here. It's the Take Your Pick tool. So it's got this putty end on it here, and then it also has this pointy end on it. Then there is also a brush like this that you can put on it. And what else is there? Let me see what I've got here. That's for my other tool. I have an extra putty. Oh, okay, there's this end that you can put in it that is like for dry embossing or scoring, or you can use the bigger ball tip and like a pad like a mouse pad, and you can, you know, poke down on flowers and kind of swirl around, and it makes your flower cup up when you do that. So there's different things you can do with these tips. And I think that's it for the tips. And it just locks there. And then, oh, there we go. That's the other end of that tip, which is like a little putty knife kind of a thing. And then it just turns and locks in place. So you'll find this at my shopping site if you don't have, well, if you're in the UK, then you need to order. Yeah, I can't sell to out of the country, but if you don't have a demonstrator, I'm Mituso, Mitosu, Mitosu Crafts. They're these two guys in the UK, and they are a lot of fun, and they're a lot of fun to watch their videos. They could help you if you don't have a demonstrator. Okay, so that is that. You guys have a fabulous weekend. Come back and see what I have to show you for Saturday Morning Makes tomorrow. And I hope you guys get to do something crafty, and have a great weekend. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Thank you. Thanks for coming and watching. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.